Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship and love. And I'm your host, Franca. Tonight on the show, I have Sheyi Ilesomi, my paddy. Shay. I have missed. Ooh, you know.
You just lock up.
I see there.
Lock up.
This was shut down.
Lock up.
This was shut down.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And then I have Chente Okoli, my sweet boy. Ha. Chente Okoli. Chente, I can't hear you.
Hey, just a shine.
Chente, there's a way. Chente, you know that way you say, my body they hot.
My body dey hot.
You dey do me fa. Chente, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm
You
doing
look nice.
very
You look
good.
really nice.
Thank you.
You know, I've
Thank
missed
you. I
everybody.
mean, now better that you're back. We've literally missed you. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's so nice, you know?
Thank
Oh, no, everybody kept calling me, oh, Franca, come back.
I
How are we
digress.
Chente, now.
Make your head not to swear.
Chente, now.
Yes,
Okay, so tonight on the show, I decided to come back with a very interesting conversation based on what has been going around the CEO gist. So we're discussing the bloodlines in workplaces relationship, you know. Chente, this is a very, I think it's sensitive, but at the same time, it's something that we really need to touch, you know, because
yeah.
your workspace is where you spend most of your time.
Yeah.
And you just get comfortable, you know, when you're having tea with somebody all the time, you're cracking joke with the same person, the person seems to understand you. You think the person understands you very well because you're relaxed with the person. And then before you know it, you start to grow feelings, you know. So I have read so many comments, you know, regarding that CEO and the HR cheating saga. And, you know, we've had to look at it from different angles. I read somewhere where someone said that, you know, it is not even about the cheating. It is that what happened is that's the reality. You know, when you're doing something in secrecy, when you're hiding, it feels like it's fun. It feels like it's something special because the excitement of that secret, you know, it's the secrecy that makes it exciting. So you feel, oh, there's something special here and all that. But that the reality, it's at that point where that light was on them and you saw them, you understand, everybody was trying to hide. That's the reality, you understand? Because if it was real, both of them would have stood there to say, you know what, we're not hiding this. Because we're owning what we're doing with our full chest. So definitely they were trying to save something. Maybe their integrity, maybe their reputation, whatever it is they were trying to save, but definitely not what they have.
I don't think so, though.
I think it was a shock.
I don't think so.
I think it was a shock.
No, but you see, that shocks. Let me tell you.
Yes, exactly.
If you were, but let me tell you something. If you were with the person, if it was with his wife, and that thing happened, and you know, you can be shocked with your wife to say, oh, the camera is on us, but you will start dodging.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah.
And then guess what? If that girl was single, if the girl he was dating or is dating was single, trust me, that girl will not move. Because in her head, she doesn't understand why she should hide what she's doing. You know, that thing is just a reflex action. You know?
Yes.
But Chente, what's your take on that whole story?
So again, right, I don't think maybe it's about hiding. Maybe because first of all, I feel like a Coldplay concert Do you understand? Like, it has gotten to that point where you can take this person to a cold play.
Coldplay
I
concert.
mean, there is something about doing it in secrecy where, both of you are just meeting, in secret place. Maybe even if you want to take a vacation, you are flying to another country, just so that you are not around any. Do you understand? But I feel like maybe, right? Maybe this has been happening. Maybe it wasn't as much of as a secret, but I think that that reaction was just the shock at the moment. Like, oh my God, maybe we have never even announced it to the world. Maybe him and his wife, again, it's a maybe. Maybe him and his wife have been having issues, and then maybe they know about the affair. Maybe, right? I'm just saying, but I
Okay,
feel
so I
like
agree with you.
that clip was on, like, it was based on shock. Like, oh my God, like the whole world now knows something that is possibly meant to even be private. Even if we're having an affair, it's possibly meant to be private. It's now coming, like the whole world is actually now seeing it. So I
No,
think it was a momentarily
feeling of shock.
reaction. That is
Yeah.
what I feel. So
Yeah, so you don't get it. I
yes.
totally agree with you that it was shock. But even, like I said, even if, so, personalities, if you're with your wife or if they were actual couples, there are people who don't like that attention. It happens, So you will be shocked that, oh, the
Yeah.
camera, so there's this shock. You'll be like, oh, the camera is on us. Do you get my point? So there's always a shock, whether you like it or not. But you see, they didn't want, so you'll be, if they were married, they would react that same way.
But I want to flip it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to act the devil's advocate.
True, that's fine.
What if they were just friends, like very good friends?
So if exactly, that's what I was trying to say.
You get what I'm
If they
saying?
were, okay, so it's just you and I. If we were somewhere
And we go show.
and we go show and we're holding each other and they, because we do not have anything in mind, our reaction would not be the same. You know why? Sheyi, so it depends on your level of friendship. Your wife knows me. It doesn't mean they can't think something.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Does your wife know you're going for that show?
Yes.
Do you understand? Did you lie to your wife that you were
Another
going somewhere
thing.
else? So there's always a scenario around an incident. So if the scenario around it is not something that you want to put out there, then you behave that way. Do you understand? But if your wife knows you're with Franca, you guys are going for a show, and he knows you guys can be crazy, you will just laugh about it and say, can you imagine, we're already there? Because it will be something else that's taking your attention, not trying to hide. And I say it again, if the lady he was with was a single girl, because she's single, in her head,
She doesn't care.
she doesn't care. So maybe what you would have seen would be that the guy will be hiding behind the girl because she's not, do you understand? Because nobody knew them. And Chente, back to what you were trying to say that, oh, for them to attend the show. Chente, you see relationship, it can be funny. You know these relationships, they're funny. It is until you get caught, you're going to say they do what they wrong.
Yeah.
It is until, because it just looks interesting.
Yeah, let's go for a show.
Let's go for a show, And guess what? Those are the things that make you feel like you're having fun. Spontaneous things. If you overplan them, it doesn't become interesting anymore. So those are the things. So yes, they can actually go for a show because they wouldn't even think that anybody will see them. Nobody knows them. Nobody knows he's a CEO. Nobody knows she's the head of HR. They just look like regular people. And then your set of friends will not come to those kind of places.
You'll
Do you
probably
understand?
be black tie events.
Yes, those kind of things.
So they just mix with the regular crowd.
Regular crowd, yes.
But they were front
But
seats
you see,
now.
but guess what?
Now front seat, they are very
but
stupid.
that moment was just a very special moment for
Because
them.
they were in the moment.
They were in the moment, if you ask me.
Coldplay.
It was just a moment for them. They were just...
I agree.
Yeah, it was a moment for them. But let's take it to the workplace. Let's try and, break this down. Let's not blame anybody. Let's just break it down, because these are things that happen all the time. I would tell you that relationships can be very overwhelming. I understand
Yeah.
that, okay, you have to be loyal, you have to be... It takes the grace of God. Do you understand? For you to put in, it takes a lot of effort, intentionality, for you to actually be that person that you want to be. And it doesn't mean that temptations will not come once in a
Of
while.
course, yeah.
So it just depends on how much you're getting from whatever it is you have, and maybe vulnerability. Do you understand? In every relationship, be it marriage, normal friendship, you get overwhelmed sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you just want something different. Do you understand? And I think those are the things that prompt this need to have relationships outside your marriage. And you'll be shocked that most of these kind of relationships start from you confiding in the other person. Maybe somebody is giving you a shoulder to lean on. You know, somebody is saying, oh, you don't have to bear your burdens alone. Speak to me. Heartlines. You know, but you see, that's where it stems from, you know. And because I'm trying to think, I am a no-no for office relationships. I'm not a no-no for any kind of relationship if it has to happen. But that office space, it's crazy. But that's where you spend the most of your time.
But you know the funny thing, right? I don't even think in the same office, I don't think you know each other as much as you think you do.
Okay. No,
Right.
to start a relationship.
To start a relationship, I don't think you know much of each other. You are just intrigued by something
Infatuated.
different.
Yeah, something different.
But
And
if they switch it,
spot on.
if they take that thing that you have in the house and bring it to the office, and bring that guy in the office that you think is all that, and bring him to the house, you will discover that...
Shay, I completely agree with you. Thinking about it from your angle now, you
no.
know why? You know why I agree with you? You know, like we had a meeting somewhere. We were having a meeting, and a friend of mine was in that meeting. And then after the meeting, he said, Franca, you were different. I said, how? He said, no, there was something very professional about you at that meeting. It is not the you I know. And from what he was saying, he was excited about that version of me. That's why I kind of understand what you're saying, because you'll be shocked that she comes for the meeting, she's
all
prompt,
dressed.
she's all dressed up, she's
slim
very,
skirts, you know.
she looks very good, and then when she's delivering, her
Very
deliverables
appropriate.
are very correct, you know.
Exactly.
And the guy is saying, oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know, your deliverables, you know what you're doing.
And that's how he always sees you.
And that's how he always sees you.
Proper
Prime, and your deliverables are on point. When you're having meetings, you look very intelligent and the rest of it. So his mindset about you is like, oh, gracious, you know, sophisticated, the lady who is, you know, the boss lady kind of thing, who has her shit together, excuse my language. And then the person at home sees somebody who is not that, who is, you know, I'm tired, I don't feel like talking, you know, this kind of thing.
Anyhow.
Yes, I get that. I get it from that point. Yes.
So that's the intriguing part. So that's the exciting.
So it's not about
the person
true
is better.
Feelings.
He's not.
Okay.
He's not.
Okay.
I can 100% guarantee that he's not. Because
But
if you
not all the
switch
time.
it, no, not all the time, Sha. But if you switch it and you discover that the person at home that you are thinking that this guy not dead, you know, he's like, you are not feeling this guy again. When the guy steps into his office, you see people falling left, right, and center. He will command more respect, he will command more attraction in that office space than in his house.
True.
So there's always that thing that you would, because it's a corporate official settings where everybody is well put together, you don't know if this person, when you get home, underwears are hanging on the roof, or you know how we get at home, like you just completely...
You're just at home. You're just, you know what? You're relaxed. You're chill.
Relaxed. You're chill. You don't care about it. You're not trying to make anything exciting inside the house. You know, you're just there. So there's always that. This person I'm looking at, you know, always on suit, always on, you know, always looking the air, you know, very straight and all that. There's always that attraction that can come in.
I totally agree with you, Shay, because I remember for a very while, when I was dating my husband, you know, I would always see him in the proper office suit, and I'm like, oh, sharp guy.
Correct, boy.
When I see
See
him
her
for
for
Nika,
house.
you know, I'm like, oh, they're completely different, you know. Yeah, I get it. I agree with you. But Shante, so from your own point of view, what do you think is happening there?
So again, right, I think that when it comes to workplace relationships, right, and that is why it's important that we set boundaries, right? But I'm saying it in the sense of it's it's likely the place that we spend a lot of our time that we are most likely to actually connect with somebody and possibly find love. And that's true, right? And so when I even see people saying they don't condone workplace relationship, fine, I totally understand why you don't condone it because sometimes it can be messy, especially when it has to do with boss, with employee. I totally get that, right? Sometimes it can be messy. But what do you want people to do? Because if work takes at least 12 hours of my time, and maybe the remaining other 12 hours is shared between sleeping, going to work, doing a little for myself, I would likely connect with somebody at work because that is where I spend most of my time. And so I can totally agree why, why maybe this relationship, do you get? Because I mean, it's work, but I think that it is why you have to actually set a lot of boundaries. It's important that you set boundaries, understanding that you have to have principles for yourself personally, even if you say that you want to do it, right? What are the things that you have to set in place just so that it governs you and then it's not messy? But if it's about the fact that why would people be, having relationship, I feel like that on its own is not even questionable because if something takes my time, that means that is the only time I have to connect with somebody when I'm with work, when I'm working, or when I'm fighting this person. Do you understand? All of those things that we do, it connects us to people. So yeah.
Yeah, so I agree. So I think if we look at these things from different angles, everything we would say would work because people stem from different experiences, going through different things. Some people are overwhelmed at home. In fact, even trying to juggle the work, trying to juggle the family and work is a big problem. So you find out that, you know what, the only place they have peace is at work. For some other people, maybe church. Some other people, maybe club. But there's a thing about the office space relationship that is not healthy.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes, it is not healthy because you have so much to lose. That guy has resigned. They have both lost their jobs. And there's a scandal there in the sense that who is going to employ, the next employee, that story will be there. The guy had to resign and all that. So, trust me, again, I am not campaigning for cheating, but if you have to cheat, like if you really need to, it doesn't have to be in your workspace.
But you can't control that.
No, but you don't get what I'm saying. That's where
You can't
discipline.
control who you.
But Chente, that's where discipline comes in. You just said something.
I know.
Boundaries.
I know.
So if you tell yourself,
boundaries.
Chente, if you tell yourself that, you know what, there are things, Chente, just like men who say that they can't sleep with domestic staff. If you say this, you can't control it, that means it's okay for people to sleep with their domestic staff, to have relationship.
No.
It's the same thing. Workspace.
It's the same thing.
That's the domestic staff workspace.
It's the same thing.
Is that not where the guy is working?
Person feeding you.
The person, do you understand?
To serve you.
It's coming to serve you. Then it's okay to sleep with your plumbers, your mechanics, and the rest of them because
the same thing.
Work environment.
It is the same thing.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
yes,
if you have boundaries to say, so it's a personal thing to say that, oh, you know what? As much as I would say, okay, if you have gotten to the point where you're no longer interested in your marriage, in all honesty, I know it's difficult, but I think that you'd have a conversation with your partner because at the end of the day, it's messy. Regardless of where you're having the relationship, it's messy, except the other ones where, I've heard people say that, oh, what if I'm not in a relationship is an understanding kind of thing. That one for another day conversation. But typically what we saw was a proper relationship that, because for them to the cuddle and the rest of it, that means that it was something serious or it's something serious. So really, you don't want to have those kind of things because right now, I'm sure both of them are going to be facing a divorce.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yep.
And then you've lost your job. Whatever it is you have done would affect the children. So really, at the end of the day, is it worth it? It's a lot. So it's also making rounds, maybe because he's a CEO and...
It's just making rounds because it's in the public.
Yes, it's in the public, yes. But, you know, we're saying something before the show started. When we're saying, somebody was saying, how would they go for a show? You know, they did. But like I said, the day God wants to punish you. I'm serious. The day God wants to expose you, he will just... Because I can bet you that guy went for that show, not thinking that this would happen.
That the camera will come on them.
And guess what? You'll be shocked they were working.
But also, right, what I want to say is, they were probably stupid about it. This is not because they went for the show. Let me tell you why. Because, forget the show. If you're a CEO of a company, chances are that one of your employees. So I think they've gotten to the point where they don't care if regular people see them. No, honestly.
Did you realize that there was a friend there?
Exactly.
There was somebody that was smiling.
Exactly. So they don't care because low-key.
They actually like each other?
They actually like each other, and low-key, that thing has been semi-public, like Chente was saying. Because if you be CEO, right, chances are, for that kind of gathering, there's a... No, it is not a zero.
No, so why? Well, do you know why I say
percentage.
that? Do you know why I say that? You know, Sheyi, if you and I are friends or colleagues, and we decide to start sleeping with each other, nobody would think that we're sleeping with each other. They would assume that, oh, they're just friends. They've been friends for forever. Wow. Same way, they'll be saying they're colleagues. They kind of work together. Yeah. So they might not do those cuddling and everything in front of people, but they will just be cordial, like, oh, they have a very good work relationship and all that. That's another scenario.
That's another scenario.
Yes.
So, yeah, well.
But, Chente, you would not say they're having problems in their marriage. So would you say, is it every marriage? Everybody who is cheating that's having problem in their marriage?
No, I don't. See, to be honest, I feel like they are just people that, whether you're having married, people are just sometimes born to cheat. People is in their nature, it's in their DNA. You understand? So whether everything is rosy at home, whether your wife is even holding the fan and giving you back to back, see, there are people that will still go and cheat. So that one, I can't say, to be honest.
Okay, but before we go, we're supposed to go on a break, but before we go on a break, you know, we always say it's a Nigerian thing. Nigerian men will cheat.
This one a full
white guy. So it is not a night. So right now, for my Nigerian guys, my Nigerian men is no longer a Nigerian thing. Is it a men's thing or is it, you understand? Because we usually would say that, oh, Nigerian men or the black men, African, the culture.
But why are we talking about Nigerian men? Maybe this woman is married. She did not cheat too.
No, you don't get my point.
No.
I'm not making it a gender thing. I am saying that, you know, there's this saying that, you know, African men cheat because of the culture. Okay. You understand? African men just feel that, oh, because of the culture, they are promiscuous by nature. And because of, you understand, they can marry how many, they are polygamous by nature. This white guy, are you going to say he's polygamous by nature?